So, Mr. Godahewa, now of course moving forward, we're all looking at what can we do next, because people in Sri Lanka have suffered. People in Sri Lanka have suffered like they've never ever suffered before in this beautiful country. And we are trying to find a way out of this. But there is a lack of trust. I mean, I personally don't know who to trust, because so many people have lied to us so many times, and they are currently running the government. They're refusing to hold elections, saying that there is no money. But however, there seems to apparently be enough money to spend so many millions on maintaining former presidents. So who do we trust, Mr. Godahewa?
See, if you look at the problem right now, the problem is we have got a golden opportunity after the crisis that we went through, Aragal layer, change of leadership, all those things, to make a change. There's a situation where government can take hard decisions. That's why I call it a golden opportunity. But I think the current government is missing that opportunity by not focusing on the implementation proper. Right now, look at the cabinet, right? The way the cabinet portfolios are assigned. The health minister is the same as the industries minister, two critical ministries. Then tourism minister today was not even present in the parliament. Probably he must be busy somewhere.
He's also the sports minister.
We were debating his expenditure, and he was not there whole day. I was there till about 4 o'clock. He was not there. So how can you expect these people to be responsible for the implementation? So I think what the problem we have is more than anything is an implementation problem. So therefore I believe the solution is, at least next year we must go for an election. Let people decide whom they want to put in place in power, and those people, whoever comes to power, must put the best team to manage that and implement the strategy. But because all of us can talk about strategies, policies, that is not the difficult thing. Difficult thing is implementation. But when you have the wrong guys to implement, nothing is going to happen.
But Dr. Godahewa, now how Sri Lankan politics work, at least, is now people are a little bit more politically intelligent, politically literate after everything that happened during the past few years. But how Sri Lankan politics works is you get your politicians, your career politicians coming and advocating for a leader, and the people select among these leaders based on who they trust the most. Now the biggest problem is, I mean, even in your case, Dr. Godahewa, you fought tooth and nail to bring Gotabaya Rajapaksa into power. 6.9 million people in Sri Lanka believed you and voted for Gotabaya Rajapaksa, brought him into power. Then you all said, no, presidency is not enough, we need a majority power in parliament as well, and you got another parliamentary mandate, 2/3, and look what has happened to the country. So to a person who is seated in front of their TV now and watching this, why should they believe you?
I would say it's very easy, because all you have to do is you look at the past of the people, what people did, not just the mistakes that we all did. I mean, in 2019, we expected the president to come and deliver a manifesto which was presented to the people and accepted, but that was not delivered. Instead, different things were done. A team that was never part of that manifesto development came and took control of the economy. That is what went wrong, not the original ideas. Those people who came up with those original ideas and backed Gotabaya Rajapaksa were helpless. So just because of that, are you going to reject them? Is it their fault or people who are in power? Secondly, look at us, right? Now we came into parliament. I was a state minister for almost 2 years and a parliamentary up to now. Look at us and say, have these people robbed? Have these people done anything wrong? Have these people not delivered within the limited powers given to them? So that is how the assessment has to be done. If you hang on to a mistake that everybody did and say, look, we don't want all these people, and look for somebody new, that's also fine if you can find the right people. But the mistake is, you might find a completely wrong set of people who have absolutely no clue how to run the government if you try to do so. So I think we have to remember always, we have to pick from what is available. You can always pick the right people if you use the right criteria. But today when it comes to parliament, I can very confidently say what will happen at the next election. Next election will be won by people who can spend money, because people are finding it so difficult to live today. People will just vote for people who can spend money on them. I mean, that is what I see eventually, right? So money will eventually win, and the rogues will come back, right? So all these theories we talk about picking the right people, I don't know whether it's going to happen.
So you believe that if, say, for example, those who were responsible for this economic crisis and have ill-gotten gains, if they do spend enough money, they can come back into power at the next election? Is that what you're saying?
That can happen. That can happen at election. Unfortunately, in this country, look at the people who people rejected in 2015. People who rejected before 2019. People said these people are rogues. Never bring them back. But how many people came back?